Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Dino Zord Mega Pack from Power Rangers Dino Charge. So this is like a, well, Mega Pack. There we go. Case closed. No, it's like, you know, a compilation of the main 5 Zords that are released so far. As these 3 usually release is the Megazord, these 2 auxiliaries, and then you have this Zord armor over here in the corner of shame. In a 6-pack, except they are slightly different as they include some gold paint aesthetics as opposed to the show accurate ones. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, before I forget, I want to just show off that they do come with chargers. You get 3 of them. You have a T-Rex charger, which is a little bit darker than the normal it looks to be, which is, it doesn't really look any different than a regular one, but it is the glow-in-the-dark kind, sort of like the ones that came with that exclusive charger pack set. You get the Velociraptor one as well. Pretty typical fare. Like I said, it's just like the glow-in-the-dark ones from, except this one actually has a misprint on it. I totally forgot about that. It's got the Raptor sticker on there, which is the first I've seen of like a huge misprint on mine. I've gotten the various different sizes, but yeah, you got a misprint there. I don't know how many people have gotten that before. But yeah, other than that, other than this like misprint thing, it's just the glow-in-the-dark versions. They all make the same sounds. I'll go ahead and show one just to prove it, but they're all the same sounds as usual. We'll do reds because... No, I always go too soon.
Unleash the power! Tyrannosaurus Rex! Power Ranger Red!
So that's what you get there. If you've watched any other Dino Charge videos, you know what they all do. It's kind of nice that actually they didn't come with something extra special, just because if you're not interested in the Zords or more Zords, then like completionists would be crazy, like if this had some sort of special versions. But anyway, I'm gonna actually go ahead and first take a look at this just to get it out of the way. This is like the Zord armor figures, except without a figure. It has this sort of dino mode here, which honestly is really awkward looking. And it's a bit of a different recolored. It's mainly kind of gray and black here, but you have like the gold plastic here, and then the shiny chrome paint for its feet and its head, which in a way kind of looks cool, but I think for the most part makes it look kind of cheap. And like I said, it does not have the figure that usually comes with these. It's just on its own. I guess it would have cost more to come with the figure, but it still just seems kind of weird. To transform it, it's really easy. Just take this off here. Take these here. These have Zord Builder ports, so it is compatible with the Zord, obviously, or they wouldn't put this with it. I'm not going to bother showing off the full combination of it, but I'll maybe put the helmet on, because most of this stuff I'm only showing minimal functions because I've covered most of this stuff in other reviews. We're mainly taking a look at the aesthetics, and this should be on the playlist, so you can check out my other Dino Charge reviews if you're looking for, like, you know, function or transformations and Dino Charger sounds, excuse me. So that's all in those videos. It just seems repetitive to do it again. But yeah, there it is in its little robot mode, which looks better, I think, than the dinosaur mode. These look kind of okay on it, but for the most part, it's still kind of cheap. And these were never the most spectacular thing, but for some reason, this one in particular feels cheaper. I don't think it's anything they did specifically with this figure, but there's just something about mine, particularly in dinosaur mode, when these pieces are here for like the front of it, it frequently falls off. And it does feel weird not having the Ranger figure with it. So yeah, that is that. We're just going to set him aside for now. Alright, so we're going to take a look at them individually. I guess we'll start off with T-Rex here. So they are the exact same Zords. I'm just going to kind of leave him surrounded by his friends a little bit. But they're the exact same Zords, same function, same quality, except where here and stuff would be, specifically like here, would be the like yellow paint, and like for the tail, it is this sort of gold paint that's a little bit different than, a little darker than like the paint on the Terrazord, which actually looks pretty nice. I actually have to say, I actually kind of dig the way it looks, in a way. Like I said, it's nothing too amazing or anything like that. It's very subtle, a very subtle special difference. It's like a special edition difference, a special difference. But yeah, it's just that. It's very subtle for that. He still does the same things. You can still move his legs, which is part of transformation. You can move his head, you can clamp his jaw, all that stuff. Here you have Stego, which also, yet again, is the exact same Zord, same functions, just the darker gold paint here as opposed to the bright yellow. This piece still comes off for the sword. This spike can still come up. All that fun stuff. The Dino Chargers will still go in here. Like I said, that still pops off. I said, wait for that. I told you, Stego. We talked about this. Sorry, he likes to jump the gun. And then you have pink Triceratops here. Another one for the Triceratops wedding. But hers is definitely the most subtle, just because you only have like the horns, really, other than like the side pieces right here. Maybe if they made her drill gold, even though it's, you know, not one of the yellow plastics in the main one, that actually could have been kind of cool. It's the Parasaur Zord. Also, his is probably the, I don't want to say the most, but the most subtle, I think, or the second most subtle, mainly because he's already this color scheme. It's just kind of almost, there's something about him compared to the others that you just don't notice it quite as much. I think it's because his primary color is more overwhelming or something. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but you do have the darker gold here. And he still has his features and stuff like that. This still opens and closes with Dino Chargers, and there's nothing different about him. It's obviously the same mold. And then you have Raptor here, which this actually looks pretty cool in the dark gold. It's kind of cool looking. It looks like this golden triple-bladed fork thingy. It's just really, it's kind of neat. So yeah, just very, very subtle differences there, and they all still work the same. Let's go ahead and we're going to just form the Megazord real quick. Very easy to do. So I'm going to actually pull this out first. There we go, and not let that fall out completely. There you go, and then take the helmet out, let it fall out. We'll need that in a second. That's another note I have about that on this one in particular. I don't know what that is about his foot. And when you get it in the box, the foot for this is separate in holding it, and something about that makes this foot fall off, because I never really took off the feet on my other one. So yeah, that was my main two issues with this set in particular, was the looseness on him in his dinosaur mode, and this foot, it's like I said, it's stored separately and you have to pop it on, which isn't a huge deal, but when I'm transforming it, it always seems to fall off. So I don't know if that's for everybody or if it has anything to do with how they handled it with that, but it's just a thing that happens. So transformation, all the exact same. Damn, there we go. You don't need the battery to be in there to accomplish this. Alright, now blue. Damn it, I keep doing that. Alright. There you go with that. And where is his tailpiece? This opens up. I just want to reiterate here how much I love this tailpiece compared to Kyoryugen's, simply because it's not heavy and doesn't frequently fall off. Alright, and then you set the helmet here on top, and boom. I'm going to give him the sword, just because I like never give this guy a sword when I'm transforming him. So there you have it. It's a little bit pointed down there, sorry about that. See, like there you see it looks identical. It's actually quite a bit less noticeable in this mode compared to when they're individual, because you do have the accents on the arms, and then like you got the back tail here. But that's really about it. The helmet does, as you can see, have the different gold plastic there, but it's not really hugely noticeable, and you can see it on the T-Rex's jaw, but compared to when I have them on their own, you definitely notice it a lot less. And then obviously, you know, you can put these guys on there if you want to. They function the exact same way. I'll just do Raptors because I think it looks the coolest in terms of switching it out. So that's good enough. Blue, we gave you a sword and now we're taking you away. So let's just, there you go. So he's got the Raptor Zord on there, which I said, like I just said 3 times. Good thing. Good thing. No, but I think it looks the coolest just because of the gold looks really good on the claw. I think that looks kind of neat on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Like I said, you can mix and match this if you want. You can switch the arms out like you could on the other ones. You can also swap out his helmet. Let's do that for just whatever. There you go. That's my extremely awesome customization. One Raptor arm and a Zord armor helmet. But yeah, overall, this set really isn't anything too special, to be honest. I can only really recommend it for those people that don't have the Zords already, and if you're not that hung up about show accuracy, maybe you want something a little different, and you don't have any Zords whatsoever, it's a good way to just pick up all 5 core ones in one swoop, and then you get a bonus bootlegish toy. So yeah, that's the only way I can really recommend it. If you already have the Zords, it's definitely not a must-have. It's kind of a neat thing that they gave it a little bit something different with the gold accents, but certainly not something worth buying. I think it would have been really neat if they did something like this and made it really different and did the Black Edition repaint. There was a Black Edition Kyryujin in Japan, and I would have loved for them to do all 5 Zords like that, and then maybe giving us like the black versions of these batteries, like when Dull Gold has Terra Gordon. That would have been neat. That would have been a lot more worth it as like a special set. That will be neat to do in the future. But as of now, like I said, I only recommend this to people that A, don't have any Zords, and B, don't care about 100% show accurate bright yellow paint. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure to check out the crazy podcast at writersrangerambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.